Sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10.
Man, sit your ass down.
Yeah, we are back.
I got a piss. Hold on a second.
Oh man, this is that part of the show
Woo.
where we gotta give credit
Fucking hilarious.
to those who need it.
We are officially over now.
We are giving credit to people who got in their own way. A few of these may be a little bit old, and they're not Trump. It's weird.
They should be.
They should be, but you know, he has a ban on Sitchoassdown, mainly because it would be last week's podcast.
He didn't ban it, but it's just we don't like
It's
talking
just,
about it.
man,
'Cause he'd
it's
be on here every week.
This week, Sitchoassdown. Now I want to toss something out here. This is let's just get it. The first Sitchoassdown, and this hurts because this should have been an escape from politics, but it's not. It's very political. Last couple shows. First Sitchoassdown with a bullet because he deserved it. No pun intended. I just realized what I said. Goes to Tory Lanez. All right. For those who don't know,
Daystar Peterson.
okay, wow, you just give his government out there. Okay,
This nigga's name is Daystar. Who named that child Daystar?
I gotta be honest. We was talking about, you know, delivery, and sometimes you gotta get some drugs with that. But the reason Tory Lanez is getting Sitchoassdown is because Tory Lanez was involved in some bull over the summer. Now I'll jump into that in a second. But in the last 2 weeks, he was allegedly, at the time, it's weird. You gotta do this with the timeline when he's getting Sitchoassdown. Allegedly, he was being charged for shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot.
He wasn't charged.
Hold on, stay with me.
Accused.
Stay with me. He was accused.
Mm-hmm.
And that started just the bad part of his summer. But that's not why he's getting Sitchoassdown. The reason he's getting Sitchoassdown because he used that shooting to promote his new album, Daystar. Now you like, hey, he's a rapper. Gangster rappers do all that all the time. They use violence to promote albums. Why is he getting Sitchoassdown? Why is he different? Well, he's used this promotional tactic for the album on the same day Breonna Taylor's verdict came out. So you just used shooting a black woman on the same day, and he had many outs on the same day where people were vindicated or scapegoats for shooting a black woman, let alone the Breonna Taylor case, to push this album. This album went wood, apparently, because nobody wanted to hear it because of the implications and just plain bad timing of it. And now, what's interesting, this was a diss record toward all of his detractors who may have looked at him unfavorably because of the situation back in the summer. You just gave a big reminder of why they were mad at you in the first place. And if you listen to this album, that's already Sitchoassdown worthy. But listen to the album, and I am one of those persons who do it. I do. This is an entertainment podcast. I listen to albums, and it was a lot of hints and a lot of clues in the album. But if, much like any other album, it was too many hints, too many clues, and this led to him being formally charged for shooting Meg Thee Stallion. So now, what was a alleged or a hypothetical or a best case scenario anecdotal story now is official. So now you're looking at over 20 years.
Dang on Daystar.
When all you had to do is shut the fuck up forever.
Like, I don't think, like, from what it's been led to believe, is that his team, before she even said anything, his team was like trying to put out different stuff to spin a narrative.
Doesn't matter.
Like, I'm sick of this. This is it. This is he shot me. This is what
Even if, now I'm just giving you a little taste of the legal system. Even if he did it and she said it, I can have all the evidence in the world. But what the legal system looks for is a confession. And you just gave me a multi-track confession.
Who was Chris Rock? He was talking about something. He gave you an album of clues.
Legitimately, every rapper.
No, Chris Rock did a joke.
Yeah.
Who was he talking about in the joke?
Until we think of that, Tory Lanez.
Sit down, Daystar.
Sit your ass down.
His name is no longer Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez.
No, I'm not going by his government. I just feel weird saying Daystar, and I'm not talking about a Marvel superhero.
Daystar Peterson.
I just feel weird about that. It could be DC. Next, sit your ass down. Whew. It just irks your soul when you see this, but goes to Tim Scott. Why is Tim Scott, better yet, who is Tim Scott, and why is he getting sit your ass down? I'll tell you why. Tim Scott says Trump misspoke when he told the Proud Boys to stand by. Guys, Tim Scott, Senator, I don't call him by his government, Republican Senator Tim Scott, told reporters on Wednesday of last week that he believes President Trump misspoke when he told the far-right Proud Boys group to stand back and stand by in response to a question about condemning white supremacy at the first presidential debate. Here's why it matters. Tim Scott is the only black Republican in the Senate. Trump's refusal to explicitly condemn white supremacist groups has sparked outrage and was celebrated by members of the Proud Boys. You know, the other ones, not the ones we were talking about earlier. Group on online messaging boards. Quote, I think he misspoke in response to Chris Wallace's comment, and he was asking Chris what he wanted him to say. I think he misspoke, and I think he should correct it. If he doesn't correct it, I guess he didn't misspeak, end quote. Tim Scott said. Other Republican lawmakers have responded to Trump's non-condemnation of white supremacist group, include Mitt Romney, Senator John Kennedy, Senator Mike Rounds, Senator Todd Young, and Senator Susan Collins. Tim Scott.
Susan Collins.
God, you are the only black Republican senator who they could get on record to comment about this. It won't hurt you one bit if you just said, no comment. I don't want to talk about it. I get it. You got to play with your team, but my man, for you to say Trump misspoke when he told the Proud Boys to stand by, I just read every reason why you sit your ass down.
But Trump didn't misspeak. He doubled down on it the next day. So
that's kind of my point.
Well,
Tim
no,
Scott.
The next day he said, I don't know who they are. But he did say, he did repeat himself and then said, I don't know who they are. Which
Tim Scott
exacerbates the point.
But if I'm Tim Scott, you know what I had to say?
That nigga.
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, you can tell the nigga to sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
There you go.
Not a goddamn thing. And the last one. Oh, God. It's worse with time, and it hurts my heart. Because I love this woman. When I say love, I mean capital L love this woman. This is the last sit your ass down for this week. I wanted to defend her. But every time I tried to come to her defense, I found more incriminating evidence. You would know that because you're an R. Kelly fan. But the last sit your ass down goes to my girl. I still love you, but you're fucking up.
Yeah.
My girl, CeCe Winans.
What Priscilla do?
Look, yeah! Oh, you see the black people in the room when I said CeCe Winans.
What you say?
What her and the Alabaster Box do?
Ooh, if you know that, you are coaching to your heart. CeCe Winans this is 2 weeks ago, but now it's just way worse, is defending her appearance in a coronavirus ad that was reportedly commissioned by Donald Trump's campaign. The reason she's getting you sit your ass down, here's the story. CeCe Winans reportedly featured as well as Dennis Quaid, Dr. Fauci, musician Garth Brooks, in the campaign that includes a series of sit-down interviews with the Trump administration officials and celebrity, which airs on Election Day, November 3rd. The gospel singer took onto her Instagram on Friday, September 24th, mainly because, like I said, it's 2 weeks old, and posted a selfie and a video explaining that the advertisement had nothing to do with the president, and she was trying to help us spread awareness about the importance of wearing a mask in public. CeCe Winans also says her appearance in the Trump administration was not political, end quote. All right, CeCe, I love you, girl. And this story did not age well at all. But let's break this down. Yes, you want people to wear masks, which is great. But you're being interviewed by Trump administration, funded by the Trump campaign, and is going to air on Election Day, November 3rd. How in the fuck is this not political? Come on, CeCe. You know who didn't show up? BB Winans. BB Winans had enough sense. Nah, fuck that. You ain't catching me. When you're being interviewed by Trump officials, 30-minute sit-down interviews by a Trump official, and they went out of their way to tell you they are a Trump official. How is this not about politics no more? And if you looked at the other people being interviewed, oh shit, that's Garth Brooks. And don't get me wrong, I fucks with Garth Brooks hard. His political views are a little bit different than mine. Proud member of the podcast. He repped the podcast on Ghost Tunes or some shit he was on. He sat down, me and my wife, talked with him and his wife. We watched, what the fuck was that movie? American Sniper. And everything was love.
No, it's a good movie too.
However, our political views different. I still think he's a good guy. How do you not think this is political? Me and him. The only thing that's different between me and Garth Brooks, outside of Grammys, American Music Awards, he can sing, he can play guitar, he's white, he's married to Trisha Yearwood. All right, there's a lot of differences between me and Garth Brooks. Okay. Like I said, many differences. But there's so many.
He can actually sing.
I said that. Thank you. As my boy Z said.
She heard that. She's hold
on. As Z said, I drew the unlucky lottery because you two out of this podcast have the voice of angels, and Sam tries so hard. He's an entertainer, not a singer.
We give you E for effort. We give you E for effort.
Either way. But another thing that we differ on are politics.
No, E for effort.
Hold on.
Give him that.
Hold on. It's just, I'm a showman. Guys, I'm a showman. You're singing.
P for performance.
Out.
Way down.
Yes, it is.
Grading.
I'm not on your album. I'll promote the shit out of it.
Sam is the plastic of the cover set.
There you go.
Yeah, we can do that.
P for plastic.
Oof. However, all I'm getting at.
P for vinyl, because that's black.
All right. I like vinyl. I got a record player. Either way, CeCe. I sure do.
Okay, the jokes begin.
I know. You want to talk about old?
We can.
Well, we can talk about CeCe Winans.
We can do either one you want.
Here we go. CeCe.
You know I'll go blow for blow.
Hold on. I don't think Z got another hour in him.
No, he's already asleep. I'm an hour ago.
But what I'm getting at with CeCe.
Nighttime stories.
As much as I want to save this young woman, as much as I want to save CeCe, you just gotta take the L on this one, girl.
Bye, Auntie. Sorry.
I'm sorry, CeCe.
Can I
please, go on. Please go ahead.
And you're not drinking, but
I'm not. I'm on a bunch of drugs. I can't drink. So, and they're not those type of drugs.
Let me say this. That was it for me.
You talking to the microphone.
Think of it is. Y'all know, Nation.
It hurts.
I love
CeCe Winans. It hurts.
Let me do it.
I'm sorry. It hurts.
I love doing podcasts. And yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again to some of you who may be new. Me and Sam been together for 20 plus years.
You tell YouTube audience?
And that don't you post this on YouTube?
Oh yeah,
I've been listening.
for 9 years.
Yeah, well, I've been listening for the past.
We're not gonna let that go.
I've been listening for the past
I can't.
3.5 weeks
Oh okay.
since I've known about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, nigga, it's blow for blow. Nigga, don't try.
You act like hey, this is my first time meeting you.
But let me say this.
Well, CC Winders, please sit your ass down. Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.